Chapter 1. Discover Your Calling. When I was growing up, my father said something to me I will never forget. Son, when you was born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice. We live in age when we have forgotten what life is all about. We can easily put a person on a moon, but we have trouble walking across the street to meet a new neighbors. We can fire a missile across the world with pinpoint accuracy, but we have trouble keeping a date with our children to go on to library. We have email, fax machine and digital phone so that we can stay connected, and yet we live in a time where human beings have never been less connected. We have lost touch with our humanity. We have lost touch with our pur- purpose. We have lost sight the thing that matter to the most. And so, as you started this book, I respectfully ask you, will who will cry when you die? How many lives will you touch while you have the privilege to walk this planet? What impact will your life have on the generation that follows you? And what legacy will you leave behind after you have taken your last breath? One of the lessons I have learned in my own life is that if you don't act on life, life has a habit of acting on you. The day slips into week, the week slips into months, and the month slips into years. Pretty soon it's all over, and you are left with nothing more than heart filled with regret over life, heart lived, half lived. Bernard Shaw was asked on his deathbed, what would you do if you could live your life over again? He reflected, then replied with deep sigh, I do like to be a person I could have been, but never was. I have written this book so that this will never happen to you. As a professional speaker, I spend much of my work life developing keynotes, addressing at conferences across North America, flying from city to city, sharing my insights on leadership in business and in life with many different peoples. Though they all come from a diverse walks of life, their question inevitable center to the same thing these days. How can I get greater meaning in life? How can I make a lasting contribution towards my work? And how can I simplify so that I can enjoy the journey of life before it was too late? My answer always began the same way. Find your calling. I believe we all have a special talent and that are just waiting to engage in a worthly purpose. We are all here for some unique purpose, some noble objective that will allow us to manifest our heightened human potential while we, at the same time, add value to the lives around us. Finding your calling doesn't mean you must leave the job you now have. It simply means that you need to bring more of yourself into your work and focus on the things you do best. It means you have to stop waiting for other people to make changes your decision. As Mahatma Gandhi noted, be the change that you wish to see most in the world, and once you do, your life will change.